Sigi, just yesterday at practice, you told me Mike Casito is just the guy you don't want to go up against. He's a bulldog, and we saw it again tonight.
Yeah, I mean, certainly. I mean, he fights and he battles. And in fact, he got injured probably going into a tackle he didn't need to go into. You know, I mean, he scored a good, first goal. He got the ball and he finished it well. And then the second goal was free kicks. We were training on that yesterday, and he's one of the lefties that has so much spin on the ball. He can go around the outside of the wall, and he finished that well, froze the goalkeeper. So very happy for Mike.
Otherwise, just an overview on the game.
It was good. I mean, I thought it was good. The guys came in and played. I thought Marathon came out very defensively in their early posture. Played basically almost like a 5-3-2, split their forwards wide. So it was almost like a 5-4-1 at times. So it required us to be a little bit patient. It was good that we got the first goal, because that forced them to open up a little bit. We're still disappointed, with our overall Champions League performance. I think when you look at, there were 4 MLS teams in the competition. The 2 MLS teams that had to play 3 out of their first 4 away are the ones who are out of the competition. And so if we were to have this game at home instead of being at Marathon the first time around, maybe there's a little more confidence that ends up happening. So that's something that, the evenness of the schedule, I don't know if it's feasible to do, but hopefully it would be feasible to do that. You're always playing. After 2 games, you've had 1 at home, 1 away. After 4 games, you've had 2 at home, 2 away. And, for a young team like ours in this competition, getting that confidence is really important.
How's Mike today?
We hope not too bad. We'll find out, for sure tomorrow morning. We'll get it x-rayed and make sure it ballooned up a little bit, but we don't think it's as bad. Or the initial prognosis was that it's not as bad as Riley's was.
You were taking a good look at the free kicks yesterday. Did you make the call on telling Mike to shoot it?
Yeah, it was Facito and Seaman that we, before the game said they'll be the ones on the free kick. So Montano tried to weasel his way in there and kept touching the ball. But, it was Facito and Seaman that we wanted hitting the ball. And Seaman just went a little high on his, and Mike buried his.
Is that one of the best feelings as a coach, is you practice something the day before and see it come to fruition, a game?
Yeah, that happens like once or twice a year, so you feel really good when it happens. It doesn't happen too often.
Was there a point tonight when your mind went back to San Pedro Sula and you thought to yourself, that's a game we should have won?
I mean, we felt we should have won in Monterrey when we're leading 2-0 after 75 minutes. We felt we should have won at San Pedro Sula. We felt we could have won at Saprissa if we hadn't played a man down for 60 minutes. So, I mean, those are all things. So I didn't think back on it. The only thing that reminded me of San Pedro Sula is when Tyrone let that one long ball get in behind him, and he hesitated, and then it was almost, but it's Boss getting it, it's he getting it, it's the forward getting it, and that was very comparable to what happened on the PK down there.
So you could say this would be a chance for some reserves to kind of make their case for playing time, other than Facito, who made that case?
Well, that's really for me to know and find out and let you know later. But, I mean, obviously I thought Mike did well. I thought Taylor Graham, has done well in the games that he's played here. I thought Tyson Wall had a good game tonight. Saw a lot of the ball because the way we were playing, hit some good balls into our forwards. So I thought those guys were really solid. And it's always good for Terry Boss to get games and get the experience and to get his first shot.
A little weird playing in front of 11,000 plus.
Yeah, that's still bigger than a lot of crowds that come to Champions League. I thought our crowd in Monterrey last week was fantastic, and our earlier crowds obviously have been great too. And there's a lot of teams that would be happy to play this competition in front of 10,000. So we need to be happy about that. Not look, is the glass half full or half empty? I think it was half full tonight, not half empty.
With the 3 games now coming up are crucial games for this club and for this season, how does the next 10 days of your life rate as a challenge, given what you've been through in the past?
It's exciting. I mean, for me, when you get opportunities and you get challenges, you have an opportunity to win the U.S. Open Cup on Tuesday. We've got a good game on Saturday because Toronto's going to be desperate, and we want to get our points at home, and then playing at Kansas City. Those are really the the two pursuers from behind. So when I think of things like that, you know, as a coach, and I felt the same way when I played, and I try and say this to my players, is you got to just smile when you think of those, because those are opportunities for you to show yourself, to stand out, to step away from the crowd, to be special. And all of us look for opportunities to be special at times, and some teams never get that opportunity. So we're getting that opportunity, and I think I'm excited, and I think they're going to be excited as well.
Can you comment on Terry's night? What you thought you saw from your goalkeeper?
Terry was okay. You know, I thought he should have came out a little stronger on the one corner where he got clocked. You know, but overall, I thought he was good. You know, I mean, with him, it's just, you know, goalkeeper, you know, more games always make you better and more confident. And obviously, we have a great goalkeeper here in Casey Keller, and Terry's learned a lot on the day-to-day training, and you got to take that day-to-day training in the games. But I thought he was solid.
Marathon coach said that the first goal was kind of like a punch, like it was a psychological blow to the team. Did you guys sense that too?
Yeah, definitely, because like I said, they came out in a very defensive posture, so they wanted to probably get out of here with a tie if they could, or maybe sneak a goal in the second half. So taking that goal in the first half definitely altered their tactical plan, and it certainly, you know, gave us some relief as well. And you know, and it was really probably our first clean opportunity of the game. So when you score right away on that first clean opportunity, that's like a little bit of a dagger to the opponent.
What about Montano tonight? How do you assess his performance?
It was good at times, you know, and at times could have been a little better. You know, I mean, he's certainly a player who has capabilities to turn a game. Made a couple of good moves, hit a couple of good crosses. You know, had an opportunity to score a goal in the second half, where maybe he needed to go up with that shot because the goalkeeper went down. But when you're in that situation, it's bang bang, and you have to make a decision. But I think he's a player who's still got a very bright future here in Seattle. He's still a young player, and you know, he still needs to, you know, nurture himself along a little bit.
All right. Thank you.
Here's what we're trying. Faceto is still getting treatment. We'll try to get a quote out to you from the training room. Otherwise, mix zone is now